Welcome back to another video. I just recorded this and I was like, I don't really like it. I'm going to do it again because it was really long for no reason. So this is episode 2 of making a TCG in a week. And okay, so let me just get the stuff first that I understand. What am I talking about? Anyway, so basically you guys gave me really good ideas in the last video. I loved all the ideas of it, all the good ideas. And I was going to make a TCG based off around military and mythical stuff because a lot of you guys said that. This one actually has an art. So basically you would have like a normal version of the person. They're called the units. And then a mega version of them on the back. And you would use like cards to like boost them and everything. So the game was kind of cool, but I'm not going to lie. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy making it. I'm not really a big fan of making like normal card games because there's already so many normal games that why do you really need another one? So like Match Battles is different. I like that, but this game might blow some people's minds. So basically, let me start it off with this. Wrong way. This. So basically, this right here was an old game of mine called SpellBook. Actually, no, it wasn't called SpellBook. I made up the name yesterday. That's the name of this. So it's called SpellBook. There's 4 elements. There's fire, ice, nature, and storm. Fire was just fire. Ice was water and ice. Nature was rock and plant life. And then storm was winds and lightning. Or just wind and lightning. So basically what you would do is that so this is kind of crazy. You would make up everything. You would use your imagination and make up the battle. This is just like an icon. This is my character icon. But it's like my profile picture for the game. I don't know. Anyway, so let me show you the cards. So basically, your deck would probably have either 12 to 16 cards and not official with the rules yet. And what you would do, whoever goes first gets to choose what their attack with their opponent with. So, let's say my opponent was like, hey, I'm going to attack you with a water blast. Now, here's the thing. This is where the game kind of gets pretty cool. You have a water blast coming at you, and you're a wizard. Both of you guys are wizards. You're in your wizard form and everything. You got a wizard cloak. No wands, because you use your hands. And then you have a bunch of these spells that are part of your spell book or the deck, which is called your spell. I should have switched those two. But anyway, so basically, you have a water blast coming at you, and you would have a certain amount of cards in your hand. So let's say you have all these in your hand, because this kind of what makes it a little bit tricky to counter stuff. So basically, right now, it's my defend turn, because my opponent attacked me. Look at how much more better this card is than the rest of these. But how would you counter a water blast? With a rock, lightning, an ice blast, and a firewall. Well, obviously you can get rid of that. That's not going to do anything. I don't really think lightning's going to do anything. So now we're at these two. What you can say is use an ice blast. Well, alright, first, you have to roll 2 dice. If the dice add up to 6 or higher, then it's good and you can do what you want to do. So I got 9. That's 3 over 6, so I'm good. So now I can choose what to defend it with, and we already know these don't work. So I can either use an ice blast to freeze it and just completely get rid of it, or I can use a boulder toss to then throw the boulder at my opponent, block all the water, and it comes at him and attacks him. So I'm going to use that. So as the water blast coming in, my boulder just boom right past the water, blasting all over the place, no one cares. And now what I can do is that it's my counterattack turn, so I can roll again. So I got 6, which means we're good. So then I can say that my boulder is going to break your water blast and continue and hit you. And now this is an extra turn because I added it in. My opponent can roll. He got 6, so then he can use a spell to defend that. That's basically how you play it. But then once after that's done, it's back to the opponent's turn. And then I'll make a whole entire rule video on it if you guys want to see a rule video, because it's simple, but it can be kind of confusing on depending what turn it's on. But it actually is a really cool game. You basically make up what happens. You could probably play with multiple people. Yeah, you definitely can. But I'm basically just gonna show you all the cards I have so far, because there's way more than this. Now, all of these spells are realistic. They're not like lightning sword or something like that, because if you make up stuff like that, like the game is about using your imagination and making up everything, but it just kind of gets confusing and it ruins the game. So we have Firewall. This is probably what the official cards will look like. I made this out of Sharpie marker, so I definitely need to get more actual coloring markers. But this card looks better farther away because you can't see the marker things. You're not farther away enough to see it, but I think it's a cool looking card. Then we have Ash Cloud. This is also the fire element. Lava. And Firewall, which we already saw. I did not color these, as you can tell. Then I have Water Blast, which I just showed you. Which is, this is the ice element. Then we have Ice Blast. Waterfall. And Heavy Rainstorm. And then for the storm, we have Lightning, Tornado, because it's lightning and like wind, and then Strong Winds. This spell is really good because it counters almost everything. And then for the nature, we have Boulder Toss, Landslide, and Healthy Plant. Which this one is actually a healing spell, which means you can only use this to heal you, and you would have 3 health or 5 health. Again, I'm not sure what the rules. And if you get hit, you take a damage. So that's pretty much the game. I was gonna do something else with like the military stuff and everything, but I really enjoyed this one a lot more better. And obviously, I'm gonna do something I enjoy. So I like this card. Hopefully I can get some better markers so I can make more official cards. Also, I did not cut this out. I got blank playing cards a while ago. I have a few of them right here. And I also had an old TCG, which I'm just going to erase everything and use these to make cards like this. And if the game is really good, which I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good, I have this whole entire stack of like 40 right here. So another thing with this game, I don't know if I brought this up already. I remade this video, so I don't know. But this game is probably so simple that you guys can probably make your own cards if you wanted to. So if you're thinking about like, hey, I'm gonna make my own cards, I'm gonna have my own deck / spellbook, and I'm gonna yeah. I can make a rule video on it if you want. So just comment if you want to see that. This is episode 2 of how to play. No, this is what is this? This is making a TCG in a week. Technically, I'm already done on second day because all I have to do is just make everything into this. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do some more stuff with it. But yeah, because another thing that's kind of cool is that I did say for Match Bowers when the game is sold, I was gonna do like lives on Instagram and we were gonna have like battles online. If you guys want, we can do that with this game, but that's all up to you, and you kind of have to make your own cards. If you guys want me to sell this game, comment. I really don't think I need to, because it's so simple that you could probably, it's probably just a better idea making your own cards, but yeah, that's it. Where's my paperclip snake? Boom. I just wanted to add one more thing. I probably should have set this up already, but okay. You can actually make up of how you want to attack your opponent with your spell thingies. So when I said you can make up stuff, I mean like obviously you can. But instead of just shooting the lightning directly at your opponent, you can actually make the lightning come from the sky as well. And you would want to do that because then your opponent would have to use different spells to counter it. So like let's say you where is it? Let's say you had a boulder toss, right? Technically, you can use this to counter lightning because you can make it just come out right in front of you, and then it would block the lightning. And then if the lightning comes up from above you, you would have to like bring the boulder toss above you to block it. But with other spells like spell like I showed earlier, like right here, Rock Wall. That spell I remember is really good. So if you make the lightning go over your opponent, they can't use that because a wall can't go over your head. It would have to be called like Rock Ceiling. So it mainly just kind of changes how your opponent's going to counter the spell. So I just wanted to add that because I think it's pretty cool. I can make a rule video on it if you want, as like that can be day 3 to be honest. But yeah,